Good afternoon, America. Today is the 21st of September 2024. Time now 16:53, and it's Saturday. You know, something that really brings my temperature up is when I hear of children being abused, being used for political purposes, being sex trafficked, being killed and murdered. And it reminds me of the infanticide that were being perpetrated in communist and Nazi death camps. And in wars in Africa, rebel wars in America, in Africa. You know, I'm gonna be very specific. Infanticide, like genocide, is a means and a ways of depopulation of a people and a culture. History says that in South Africa, the Germans had a great slaughter and infanticide of the African tribes of South Africa. Now, as I said, history, and if you read it and do the research, you will find that these facts are true. $325,000 immigrant children, or migrant children, have disappeared from the Biden-Harris administration. Half of those may have been killed or are dead, but they do not know where the rest are. I am imploring to the American people, not as a partisan of any political party, but I am imploring to the American people as a human being, in the cause of humanity, of mankind, and of their children. Let's get to the bottom of this. As the American people, you are the soul of America. You are the citizens, the American citizens of a failed state government. You are who are voting for leadership in this nation. Kamala Harris represents what I would say in theological terms, the Jezebel spirit, which is now ruling in this nation. And Joe Biden, the Ahab of this nation at the present time. Kamala Harris being the Jezebel spirit of our nation. And if all of you who are known pastors and Christians may understand what Jezebel means in the book of Kings, and the terrible horrendous things that she did to the Jewish people. And the people of that time, during her reign, know the story of Jezebel, who was a queen in Tyre Sidon, what is now Gaza. Those who understand what I'm trying to say here, we're not fighting against normal human beings. We're fighting against devils and demoniacs. Presently, now, in the leadership of our nation. I am not going to go off the wall, talk theology to those who do not understand what I'm saying. But I'm going to talk common sense to the American people who understand the dangers that this nation is in. We have a chance to return and restore our nation back to its normalcy. Let us get there. Let us be the inspiration of our next generation. You that are in multiple cultures in our nation, whether you are Caucasian, Black American, Asian American, Latino American, Indian American, your children are involved. Your family's children, you men of substance, your children are involved. We need to curb this surge of evil and malevolence coming from Washington, D.C. The biggest lie that the devil brings on humanity is that he does not exist. That is the biggest deceptive lie that he will bring upon this world. And he will use leaders he puts in place. If he is a she, or she is a he. Angels do not have genders. Fallen angels do not have genders. And the devil, Satan, exists only to destroy God's creation, humanity. You pastors and evangelists and Christian Catholics, Catholic priests, imams of the Muslim faith and Islamic faith, understand and know what I am talking about. Give yourself a thought. Think of yourself as a parent. Think yourself as a father or a mother. And look at yourself in a mirror. And think, where are your children headed to? What are we giving them as an inheritance? We must take freedom and hold it in our hands and pass it to our children. I am asking you, I am imploring to you. They are being used like this pawn. they are being manipulated. People are being manipulated. And that is what Satan, that devil, does. Think of your future. Think of your children's future. Protect the innocent. God bless America. God bless our military. God bless our law enforcement, who are constantly fighting in the streets. Now in the central west of America, who have nowhere to turn to except themselves for defense. Those Americans who are still in the American way of life, support them, help them, bring down the scourge in Washington, D.C. that says, defund the police, and bring her down. Send her running back to wherever she came from. And bring justice for our nation. Give peace to the families of America. And give protection to your children whom you love. God bless America. God bless all of you. God bless every single family in our nation. Be well.